guys, happy Thursday and welcome back to our series of Wonderful World of Instant Pot. And today we're going to be talking about lemon pepper salmon. If you guys are ready, come join me onto the kitchen and we'll go ahead and get started. Good evening guys, it's 7:30 here on Thursday, so welcome back. We're going to get started here. So today with Instant Pot, we're going to be making lemon pepper salmon. So you need your Instant Pot, you need it on steam, and then so what's actually in the complete Instant Pot right now is just water. So you'll need a cup of water, a pound of salmon with skin on, and we'll talk about this in a second. You actually need lemon pepper and then salt, an actual lemon. Hi Brittany. You actually need lemon itself, like a whole lemon, some aromatics. So today I have basil and dill for my salmon, and then you'll need some olive oil. So we're gonna, and then to also with your Instant Pot, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna need the steam. I call it the steam basket, but it's really just kind of a handle on what goes into the Instant Pot. All right, so that's pretty much all the ingredients. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8 ingredients total for this meal. I just went to my local butcher and I had them cut me off a center piece of salmon. That's kind of a little note for you guys. You can always buy salmon however you want to, but also using it to the butcher is going to be to your best because you can get the cut that you want. The center cut just gives it a little bit meatier. And then also another little tidbit, when you have the skin on, it's cheaper per pound if you're going to use or go to your butcher. Skinless is going to probably run you about $1, $1.50 more to get the skin off, and I'll show you here in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. This was done, again, from my actual butcher. And then we're going to, let's see here. Go ahead and open this. If you want to come see my ingredients, we actually have lemon pepper and salt in here. I have dill and basil. And then I have actually a full lemon. And actually, if you guys can physically see that, it is starting to steam. And the only thing that's in here now is just water. And then, so this is my pound of salmon that I have. It has skin on. The lady was super nice to give me the center cut today, and I was super excited. So I can actually take this off here. So skin on. Today I have fresh, what type of salmon do I have today? I think I have the Alaskan salmon, and so it's super pink, it's wild. So you'll actually see that this is about 3/4 to a centimeter thick, and the reason why I'm going to talk to you guys about that today is because when you're actually steaming it into the Instant Pot, you want to make sure that it cooks all the way through. So anything 3/4 to an inch thick, again, this was a center cut, you want to go 4.5, 5 minutes just to make sure it's completely done. So first thing you're going to do is just go ahead and lay your pound of salmon onto your little basket, okay? And then as my water is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and drop, we're just going to drop a stalk, a sprig, however you want to see that. Get it open here. Alright, so I'm just going to take some dill. And basically, guys, these are just kind of like your aromatics. I'm just going to drop that on in here. And you'll see me do that. I'm going to drop another one because that was not a big one to pick up. So this recipe, you can pretty much have salmon on your table, at least a pound of it. You can have it on your table, ready to eat, looking gorgeous in about 5 minutes. Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and put some basil in here. Guys, these herbs are You can do them all, you can do some. Today I'm going to do basil and dill. Tarragon would also go great with this if you use what fresh herbs you have. And I am going to tear the actual basil up in here so it can kind of, so I have that ready to go. So you're just going to tear it. There's no cutting, just go ahead and tear it. All right. So we have that in here. So that's going ahead and get started. And as you know, as you guys can tell, so today it's on steam. And since I have this, it's going to be on 4 minutes. And I just want to make sure I have everything completely off. It looks really good. You're going to take your olive oil and then you're just going to kind of wipe it on here and then you're just going to rub. The good thing with this is, guys, just make sure you're rubbing this because this is how your spices and everything are going to stick. If you have this, the little piece of paper that's with your salmon, I suggest that you put that down so you don't make a hot mess like I just did. And you just want to make sure that you massage your salmon, okay? So we're just going to massage it, and then I'm going to go ahead and take our lemon pepper and salt, and then you're just going to season it. Guys, if you don't have lemon pepper, then you can use pepper by itself, and then you can always use lemon zest, and I'll talk a little bit about the lemon zest is what holds the oil off of the actual lemon, and that's this part here, and I'll show you what comes off of that here in just a second. You're just going to take this and make sure you season it very well, guys, because nobody wants bland salmon. Okay, and this is, all right. All right, so we're pretty much seasoned up here. You're actually gonna take your lemon and slice it. Mine is pretty much ready to go. I sliced my lemon, and we're just gonna take it and line it. And these are cut about, maybe a little, like a 1/4 of an inch thick. And then you're just gonna line your salmon that way. And then what I also like to do is take the rest of my seasoning. And as you guys can get a close up here, take the rest of my seasoning and finish it out here. Super easy recipe. All right, and we're going to we're gonna go ahead and set this in here. So you guys, so basically you're just gonna pick this up, drop it in here. I'm gonna let you guys see that while that's going on. Okay, so that's what your Instant Pot should look like. So we're gonna steam, and it's already on. We're just waiting for it to start. This one I have on 4 minutes. Let's see. Sorry, I'll turn my back to you guys so I can actually get the lid on this time. And not fumble with it, but today looks like I'm gonna do that. And every week we are fondling with the Instant Pot. So what you want to do is make sure this is on sealed, as it always is supposed to be. It's already set on steam. Okay, so we have tonight we're using the steam button, and we have it on for 4 minutes. So this will click on. Right now it's on. This is super easy, super quick steamed salmon. It won't have like that golden, I guess, top that you normally would see on your salmon, but it'll come out like a pale peach, pale pink when you come out, and you can actually see it. So while this is heating up, as you guys know, you can hear this kind of locking the pressure in here and kind of locking the steam on into the salmon. So that will do that. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about if you don't have actual lemon pepper. So if you don't have actual lemon pepper, you can actually kind of make your own. And guys, if you have questions, please feel free to shoot them over here, because I cannot see them tonight. I don't know what's going on. But you can actually make your own lemon pepper. It's not It doesn't have all the other stuff in it, but you can definitely make it if you need to. So I have a microplane, and basically, so you can use a microplane. That's how I get the zest off. Or if you have a cheese grater, that's another option for you as well too. I know I'm not sure what you guys have, but you can do one or two things. A micro plane you can just get like at your grocery store in the section. They have these. They have small ones, big ones, long ones. They even have kind of wide ones. But this is what I use. I've had it, oh my gosh, I've had this for almost 8 years. So when I say they don't ever go bad, they usually don't. So it is an investment piece. They tend to, they can be on a little bit of the pricey side. If you actually get an actual microplane, we're talking about $8 and up depending on the size. And that's even for the small one. If you guys choose to buy one. Again, you can find this, like I said, in your grocery aisle, but I don't suggest that. I suggest that you go to like a Bed Bath & Beyond or some type of kitchen store. They usually can get you a better price than if you were strolling down your local Walmart. They tend to be a little bit more expensive, okay? So microplane is the actual brand. Or if you're like me and you have a cheese grater, right? So we're gonna make use of what we have in our kitchen. I have both. You can use a small side of the cheese grater to get your zest, or if you want big pieces, you can use the big side. So guys, don't, and see, now it's on countdown. So guys, use what you have at home. The only way I would suggest you use this is if you're gonna make it a habit of zesting like oranges, lemons, any type of like limes, things like that that you know you're going to do on the regular. I would suggest it because it's a lifelong piece. I think I paid $20+ for this, but I've had it 8 years, so it's gotten its wear and it's still going strong. But if you can't do that, you can always go back to your cheese grater and it works just fine as well too. So what you want to do to make your lemon pepper or make your own type of lemon pepper is, of course, you need your own pepper, however you have that, whether it be in your grater, whether it be in the shaker, in your cabinet. It's just really kind of up to you. I have mine here in my grater. I'm not going to make a lot because I already did this today, but this is just kind of a quick on the fly type of lemon pepper. You can take your microplane, okay, and then you can just zest. The thing with zesting is you don't want to go to its white. So I'm going, and I have juice flying everywhere. So also too, the microplane catches, and I don't know if you guys can see that. Be very careful as you're doing that. I'm not going to zest a lot because I'm not going to use it. And what you don't want to do, guys, when you're zesting is you don't want to, let me be careful when I say this to you guys. What you can do is zest it ahead of time, but it won't keep the same type of flavor profile as if you're zesting it as you need it. So only zest as you need it, just so you can get the great oils that are coming out of the skin. That's what you want to do. What you also don't want to do when you're zesting your lemon, lime, orange, or whatever you're zesting is you don't want to constantly zest in one place, because if you get to the white part, that's the pith, and it's very sour, kind of bland. You don't want to, you definitely don't want to do that, okay? So just make sure when you're zesting, you're kind of, switching the angle, making sure that you're going away. So as you can tell here, I've kind of gotten down to the white, so I need to start rotating my actual lemon. So this is kind of homemade type of lemon pepper. The oil that comes from the actual lemon, it actually gives you more of a flavor than if you were like to use, say, lemon juice. You would get more of a flavor profile. I will say one large lemon will probably give you about maybe a couple of teaspoons. So make sure when you do want to do this, you have plenty on hand. All right, and so I'm going to finish this up, but it is done. So give me a second. We'll finish talking here. So what you want, make sure you want to do is if you're going to zest, Make sure you're not zesting all the way down to the pith, because the lemon is still good if you haven't cut it all the way down, if you haven't sliced it open. So you can always go back at a different time and use the actual lemon if you just need to use it for zest. Little funny story about lemon zest. One day I made my groceries list, and I am a control freak when it comes to actually that. And I sent my husband off to the store. And I was like, hey, I need this list. And then he's at the store and he's going down my list and he finds everything, and then he spent like an hour. I was like, it should take him an hour to come back. And I'm like, what is going on? So I get a phone call. He was like, Jocelyn, I got everything on your list. I can't find the lemon zest. And I'm like, what is going on with you guys? You can't buy actual lemon zest unless things have changed. I don't think you can actually buy, but he spent an hour trying to figure out where you can buy lemon zest. It doesn't exist, at least where I'm at here. You can't just buy lemon zest. You have to physically do it on your own. So please, guys, do not add lemon zest to your grocery list. It will not manifest itself in the Walmart or the H-E-B's or the Homelands or the Safeways or the Kroger's. It will not be there on that aisle. Just make sure you buy a whole lemon, and then you can zest it with the ways that I was showing you this evening. So that is a quick way to make some lemon pepper. If you're gonna, the recipe that's posted, it calls for a half a teaspoon of lemon pepper. And so what you can do, if you don't have the actual lemon pepper, which is an actual seasoning, then you can take a half a teaspoon of actual pepper, and then you can zest a whole lemon. You're going to use a lemon anyway to make slices, so why not use the outside of it as well too. So that's a little shortcut that you guys can use when you're trying to make the lemon pepper if you don't have the lemon pepper seasoning. Don't go buy it. You're already buying a lemon. If you already have pepper at home, use this homemade seasoning super quick, and then that actually helps you out. All right, so enough on my microplane and pepper. As you can already tell, our salmon is done, and that was 4 minutes. If you're ready to eat, guys, you can go ahead and pull it out. Just make sure you steam your venting before you open, and it'll be ready to go to put actually onto your table. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out so you guys can see it. Are there any questions? All right, so before I pull it out, I'm gonna let you guys look at it. As you guys can see, that's what it looks like in the bottom. You'll probably see the heat and everything. That smells really good down there. Again, guys, with your herbs, before I pull this out, don't feel like you have to buy every herb. You don't have to buy the basil, tarragon, dill. If you just have one and you only want to buy one, just buy one. I think they're 98 cents for that small pack where I'm here, so just buy one unless you just want all three, so it's not even that big of a deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out so you guys can physically see it. Be careful, the handles, I already know they could be hot. So you see it here, it's actually done. You wanna test it, you can see if it has a little give back. So if you see me touching it, it gives back a little bit, but your lemon pepper is actually done. And this is ready to serve actually onto the actual table. So any questions about this really quick 4 or 5 minute steamed lemon pepper salmon that you guys have this evening before I jump off of here? Questions, comments, nada? Okay, so so if you want to, I make the suggestion of removing the lemon, okay? I'm just gonna drop it in there, just because I know I'm gonna empty this out. But just so you can actually see the color. All right, so that's what it looks like. It's actually ready to go and ready to eat. Make sure, what I didn't tell you is make sure that you are, when you're putting the lemons on there, make sure you're actually removing the seeds that are on there. Alright guys, this is pretty much it. We're gonna get off here, have dinner. If you guys have questions if you always do, if you want to leave them actually in the comment section, I can kind of keep up with you guys that way. If you are not following Chef Jocelyn, make sure at the end of this video it has a blue button that says follow. Make sure you click that button, and then you can also find me on Instagram as chef_Jocelyn, and you can also communicate with me there as well too if you guys have questions. Alright guys, I'm going to...
Cooked medium or better?
Say that question again.
Is it cooked medium or better?
I don't.
Is it cooked medium well, or
are you
well done?
Okay, so are you asking me how it's cooked? Okay, so it's steamed, so it's usually well done. I've not salmon, for me, I need it to be done. I don't want it to be medium, or I know people that do, but for me, I like my salmon completely done. So this will get it to the well done state. Just make sure, guys, you are adjusting your cooking time to the thickness of your salmon, and you want to go to the thickness of the biggest part of your piece of salmon. You only need a pound. If you go more than the pound, just make sure you up your cooking time a little bit more as well too. So this, it'll be steamed, and it's usually well done.
Can we see it cut?
Sure. Let's cut this puppy. And should I? Yeah, we're gonna cut here. And it's gonna be a little flaky. There you go. Let me get here. Here, let me pull it out so you guys can see it. Oh, sorry. So you guys can physically see. And I pull the skin off. So that's what it looks like when it's completely done. And you guys, you can eat around the skin. And I'm gonna pull this back. So you can actually have it, and that's what your salmon looks like. Any other questions, guys?
Uncle Ramesses says it looks delicious.
Hi, Uncle Ramesses. Malia says hi. She's behind the camera. All right, guys, I'm going to sign out. If you guys have any questions or comments, just make sure you leave them in the comment section. Again, if you're not following my Facebook channel, just make sure you hit the blue button at the end of this, and it'll link you and alert you for when we have live videos coming up. So I hope you guys have a good evening, and we're going to sign off here, and have a good night.